Okay, so you make sure you downloaded Pen Tool 01 zip, corner points, and curves, new shapes, Pen Tool Practice 3. So you're going to download all those files, and then I would recommend putting them all in the same folder. Like so, basically, I would take this pen tool and these corner points and curves. These are all here, and so maybe I would create a new folder and call this pen tool homework, and I can take all of these things and just put them right in there. And this is the folder that you can save to your drive or wherever you're going to back it up. But just to give you an idea of what they look like, Pen Tool 01 has a series of practices. We have zigzag, curves, ellipse and triangles, reverse curves, and the heart. And then the last thing is the clover. So it gets a little bit harder as you go. And it has different techniques on how to control the pen. And then at the end for clover, it's kind of like a free form. Now you should know how to control those anchor points and handles. And then after you do Pen Tool 1, then we start getting into corner points, which is how we take our line and create these corner points. So it's all sharp edges, all corner points. And then from the corner points, we'll move to corner points and curves. So how do we control something that's going to be sharp, go into a little curve, sharp again, go into little curves, and being able to control how we create these things. Then we take the training wheels off, and this is just tracing these items and these elements. How do we create these elements? The heart and the clover, or this is the club, but this is from the practice of Pen Tool 1, so this part should be a little bit easy. And then we have, after you've done all those, this is your ultimate practice. The non-smoking sign, this is something that we did in class, so you should know how to do that already. And then here, we start to try to break down how do we create some of these things. Some of it you don't have to use like the long way in the pen tool. You can just kind of use shapes and then use the curvature tool, right? So it's about being able to know what to do when to do it. On this particular shape here, the brush, you may not have to do every single line. You know, what if you took the one line and created another line and then used the blend tool like I did for the fence, right? Ice cream tool, or the ice cream here, you can use the curvature tool, and then you can get like little sharp edges. So this is a good idea of using the curves and corner points. This would be 3 separate shapes, this hammer, right? Or maybe more than 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 shapes. So 5 shapes that make up this hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shapes that make up the ice cream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 shapes to make up that. 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes plus lines. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3 maybe, and then you have all these different elements to make up that flower. So this practice is going to help you guys really take your artwork to the next level in terms of how you control the creation of these things. What we've done in the past, or up until now, is we've been using the basic shapes to create, which is cool, and we can do it, you know, kind of blocky things that are, it's something that we still can create, but we don't have as much control when we're using just the basic shapes. All right, so we're going to set up this first document, which is Pen Tool 01. So let's do this. The one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to do this. So you don't have to follow me on this part because I want to show you what you don't want to do. If I go to File, New, and I go directly to my desktop, actually file open, if I go to file open and I go to the desktop and I try to open, let's say, one of these files, like I'd go file open, what's going to happen is it opens up, but when you go to like, let's say your color swatches, like let's say you want to color something in, let me go to swatches. This is what happens when you open a JPEG or an image file. Your colors are not available to you. So then you have to go and try to import colors, or you have to go here and try to get one of these default color swatches and do that type of thing. But the correct way to do this is I'm going to close that. I'm going to go File, New. We're going to get an 8.5 by 11 document, which is our preset up here for print. Letter. Change this to inches. One artboard. In this particular case, let me see how many artboards do we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll do 6 artboards, and then for the other one I'll do another set. So 6 artboards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll press create. Okay. Now, for each one of these artboards, what we're going to do is we're going to import or place the image and set it as a template. And by setting it as a template, it's going to bring it in, lock it, and it'll create a new layer for us. Okay? So I'm going to click on this first artboard, press Command 0, and then I'm going to go to File, Place. So when I go to File, Place, and I select that first document, at the bottom here, I want to make sure that I click on Template. And then I'm going to click on Place. So if you look in your layers palette, what's going to happen is it brings it in as a template, it locks it, and then it creates a new layer for you. Okay? So I'm going to do that for the rest of the times with the rest of the documents. But I'm going to unlock this template layer because I'm going to bring in another template, but it's going to be on this template layer. All right, so I'm going to go over here, click on New Artboard, Command 0 to put it right here in the middle. File, Place, to Template, Place. The reason why I click on the artboard and press Command 0 is because it centers it in my monitor, and when I do the File Place, it will place it right directly in the center of the page. Okay? And I'll do it again. So it's created another template. It locks it. I'll click on the next document, Command 0, File, Place. I have to make sure that I am unlocked there. File, Place. 3, Template, Place. Where's my other artboard? Here, Command 0, Place, 4, Template, Place. Click on the next artboard, Command 0, File, Place, 5, Place. Oops. Redo. What's going on? Did it freeze? Zero. Okay. File, place, 5. There we go. Next, artboard, Command 0, file, place, and template, place. So now each one, I'll lock all the templates. Okay, so all these templates are on there, they're locked, they won't move. And on layer 1, I'm going to double click on the layer. I'm going to call this zigzag. Okay, now each time I go to a new section or a new artboard, I'm going to create a new layer and name it. So that's going to make sure that I'm on that particular artboard and that particular layer. So zigzag, I can zoom into zigzag, and I'm going to get my pen tool. Now they have some instructions right here, and so it says click at point 1, you click once, and then 2, 3. Now this is 45-degree angles, so technically you can click once and hold shift, and it will automatically give you that 45-degree angle, and it will snap to right into place. Yes.
Why? Maybe I missed this part, but I don't see anything on the layers. I was able to create templates on each artboard. So when I click on layers, it says no selection.
You mean to try to create something, or you don't see the templates at all?
Like I see the templates on my artboard.
Yep.
But when I go to click on layers, it says no selection. It just shows me like that.
Make sure you're I don't know, make sure you're like at zigzag. I mean, like, create a new layer. You can't create a new layer. Let me come and check.